How sweet the sound.
Just begin to allow yourself to be. Begin to gently scan through your body, just noticing, just finding awareness. Just becoming aware of your breath, not trying to change or alter your breath in any way, but just enjoying the smooth, silky flow of the breath through the nostrils, down the trachea, into the lungs, expanding the entire torso from the pelvic floor to the crown of the head. You're welcome to Om along. We're going to Om a few times. You're going to warm up from the inside. Feel the body in a different way. You can Om to yourself out loud or just hear the sounds and allow yourself to resonate. I practice out of love for myself, to learn the truth for the benefit of all beings. Namo Vaha Sadava, Swagatam Sadava. Welcome, beautiful and blessed friends, and may you find peace and blessings upon your path. Namaskar.
Welcome, friends.
All right, so just continue to find a deeper and deeper state of rest where you are. We're not even going to come upright tonight. We're halfway. I think this might be halfway through the series. Not really sure. I'm not keeping that track. So we're going to work on allowing our body to expand in a little bit more full way with a little bit of rolling. And towards the end, we may actually roll into some seated positions. But we're also going to stop along the way for 4 or 5 minute respites in certain shapes. And this is the yin component. It's really, really nice to move, to find the motion that is the lotion for our body, to really lubricate. Just this gentle movement, that's a big part of it. It lubricates, helps the tissues to soften and relax, and to remold. This is plastic. Fascias are very plastic. It's elastic and it's plastic. It can be reformed and remolded over a period of time. So once we get it kind of opened up and feeling, when we can really feel the space in the body that we've been working on, and then just to find a comfortable place and lie in that space for a while. Try to just allow the opening to all occur from the inside. Begin to become aware of the back of your head lying on the ground. How does that feel? See if you can draw a line from the center of where the back of your head is lying on the floor, all the way to a point halfway between the heels of your feet lying on the ground. Just begin to imagine that line. Feel that line. See if you can begin to feel from the back of your head slowly down through this atlas axis where the head turns on the spine. You can start to notice that line. Is that a straight line? Certainly it might lift up off the ground. It might lift in a vertical plane. But how about left and right? You can feel, just notice, maybe using your breath, using a little bit, whatever you can do without really moving a lot. The breath is a good way to do this. Try to breathe to allow the crown of your head to lift away from your feet. Still on the floor. By lifting, I mean going the way your head goes when it lifts towards the sky. But in this case, it's away from your feet. When you lift your head, it's always away from your feet, whether you're lying down, standing up, or sitting. Allow your head to become just a little bit longer, just using your breath and the awareness of that length. And now bring your awareness back to the vertebrae. Feel once again that line. Middle of the back of your head, all the way down through your neck. Start to notice as the neck reaches the shoulder what happens with that line going from the middle of the back of your head all the way to the space between your feet. Just noticing, breathe to feel that. Your awareness down between the shoulder blades, what's happening here. Are you still on that line? Another way to imagine this is that you're lying on a 2x4 like a balance beam. You're lying on the 2-inch side of it? Do you feel like you're drifting one way or the other, like your body wants to fall to the right or to the left? Without reaction, without a story, just sensation. Then allow your awareness to drift down to where the lower ribs meet the spine, mid-back. Where is this in relation to the point in the middle of the back of the head and the point directly between the heels of the feet? Still lying on that balance beam or imagining that string that's running all the way down, a taut string. Does it run along your spine? Now bring the awareness to the front side of the spine. How does the line feel from there, on the inside of the body, on the front of the vertebrae, where the big heavy-duty support pieces of the spine are? That stuff in the back, that's all just little knotty pieces of bone. That's all just connections for the tension aspect of the spine. Continue with your awareness drifting down into the small of the back. What do we feel? We certainly feel it lift, maybe gently, maybe massively off of the floor. Just whatever we feel is what we feel. No judgment. There's no right. There's no wrong. Just sensing. And then allow your awareness to come down to the back of the pelvis. Just noticing if the pelvis feels like it's level or whether one of the blades of the pelvis feels like it's going to drift down off of the balance beam and the other come up. Just noticing. And allow your awareness to continue down to the tail and to the pelvic floor. Once again, feeling any deviation from the center line without judgment, without believing it should be on that line. And then continue your awareness down between your legs into the space. See if you can feel still the strength, the sturdiness, the integration of your spine all the way down to that space between your feet, the place where the center of the body, if we dropped from the center of mass of the body to the floor at that point, that's our relationship with the Earth's gravity right there. Feel that space.
Space and time.
Now allow your knees to come to standing, your legs to come to standing. Just allow your feet to move around a little bit. You can wiggle your toes. You can try to grab whatever surface you're lying on with your toes. You can try to pick it up with your toes, just like you would with your fingers.
Through space and time.
Maybe one foot at a time, or maybe both, but slowly and easily, just engaging. Feel the bottom of the foot become shorter. Feel the length between the ankle and the toes along the back of the foot become longer. Just noticing. Just notice if your ankle wants to rotate the foot, so the toes are pointing towards the sky as you're doing that movement, or whether your foot is in some other place. Once again, there's not a right or a wrong, there's just the way we use our body. We're becoming aware of how we use our body. It helps our body to learn more efficient movement patterns. So maybe try to find a place where you can feel the weight of the legs, the knees coming straight down the lower legs, and Feel that weight distributed between the arch of the feet, the heels of the feet, and the toe mounds of the feet.
through space and
Just noticing. And then with your breath, begin to become aware of the point at the center of your pelvis. When you inhale, feeling that become more spacious, expanding like a balloon, feeling the space between the back and the belly increasing, allowing your belly to relax completely. That expansion, just focusing on the inhale for a while, allowing the belly to expand, allowing the ribs to relax on top of that, ribs to expand, upper chest to expand, collarbones. Allow the sensation of your back becoming broader on the inhale, to become forward in your awareness. Maybe feeling the connection on the inhale becoming longer, of the space between your pelvic floor and the crown of your head becoming just a little bit longer.
Through space and time.
Not forcing the breath, just allowing it to easily happen. No effort. Just bring your awareness to an expanding body in length. Just bring your awareness to that sensation. And the energy of your breath will go towards making that true.
Through space and time.
And now bring the awareness to the exhale part of the breath. And allow the surface of the belly and that center of the pelvis part, about 2 to 3 inches towards the feet from the navel. Allow that to draw down. Just through awareness. Don't engage the body to bring it down. Just through awareness. Imagine that the belly is falling down towards the back. And allow the back to be non-responsive to this. If anything, it's becoming perhaps a little bit longer. Allowing the back to come a little bit closer to the floor as the belly comes closer to the back. Almost like we're maintaining the space that was formed on the inhale and just allowing it all to be relaxed into the lower back.
Through space and time.
And maybe on the exhale, you can start to feel as the back relaxes down towards the floor, it takes the pelvis with it. Pelvis rocking down towards the floor. Allow that to happen on the exhale. And on the inhale, as we're expanding into the lower belly, the lower abdomen, imagine that the pelvis is rocking forward a little bit. So that the lower back, even though we're inhaling into it, feels like the lower back, even though lengthening from the inhale, is lifting a little bit off the ground. Follow that pattern for a few moments, just to detect a gentle sensation of the pelvis gently rocking and rolling. Well, at least rocking. We're not rolling yet, we're just rocking back. The length of the spine and the pelvis on the axis. Slowly, and you can allow your feet to start to get involved, allow your feet to become a little heavier on the exhale. Allowing the lower belly to collapse a little closer to the floor. And the lower back is coming closer to the floor. And on the inhale, you can allow the feet to unweight just a little bit. Not Not to lift the legs, just to feel that movement. Just a little bit.
Through space and time.
And now just allow your knees to come together for a moment. And just relax. Continuing to observe your breath and maybe hearing the sounds of Hamsa. Hum one Sa. Allow your knees to separate once again. And now, allow that movement to occur again, but bring your more awareness to the feet and to the legs. And begin to notice perhaps if one leg isn't doing more of the work than the other leg. Maybe you don't feel that. That's okay. But if you happen to feel one leg doing more work than the other, bring more awareness to that leg. And if you don't feel that, pick a leg. Pick a leg, any leg, as long as it's yours. And begin to bring your full awareness to that leg. And in fact, as you're breathing and on the exhales, you start to weight the feet a little bit. Allow that foot to weight a little bit more so that that side of the pelvis lifts just a little bit more than the other side of the pelvis. And just do that several times, slow and easy. You don't have to lift the pelvis much, but begin to feel the weight shift to the opposite side of the pelvis, the opposite side of the lower back. Exhaling on that movement, inhaling, finding the space in the lower belly, allowing the belly to relax, the lower ribs to relax. And then go ahead and stop that movement with the stronger leg or the leg that you chose. Give yourself a moment and just feel if there's any difference in the way that you're interacting with the floor, or your pelvis is interacting with your legs, or your pelvis is interacting with your spine. Just noticing any differences. And then bring your awareness to the weaker leg, the leg that was doing less work, or just the opposite leg that you were just working with. And once again, begin to allow the pelvis to rock with both feet, but allow the leg that you're paying attention to be just a little bit stronger, lifting that side of the pelvis just a little bit more, and feeling the pelvis roll to the other side, feeling the weight roll to the other side, the back on the other side, making a closer contact with the surface of the earth. And just several times, just to feel that. And then allow both feet to be even. Noticing any difference between now and the last time. We had the feet a little bit more even, and maybe you feel a little bit more equal now, or maybe not, perhaps not. Sometimes it takes many, many times of this to start to feel feel the changes. They can be incremental and sometimes they can be rather life-changing. And then just let yourself relax for just a moment. And what I'm going to ask you to do now is to, if you have a block, I should have said something about this at the beginning, if you have a block or a little book or something, that you can lift your pelvis just maybe 2 or 3 inches and place the block right under the flat part of your pelvis. And you can use something soft if you like. You can use a little bolster or whatever is going to work for you. I usually just use a little foam block, one of the thinner foam blocks for something like this. There you go. With your hands wherever it's comfortable in a pose, we're going to be here for about 5 minutes. Just allow your hands to come to your belly to help keep your awareness on your breath. You're going to want a hum-saw breath. Keep the awareness on the breath through this. And I'm going to ask you now to slowly, during the course of this yin hold, is to allow your feet to move every 30 seconds or so. Maybe move them a little further away from your tail. Maybe move the feet a little wider from each other. Just slowly and easily, and then stay in that spot for another 30 seconds or so. And we're going to begin about now.
I'm floating through space and time. I'm floating space and time. I'm floating through space and time. I'm floating through space and time. I'm floating through space and time.
Move a little.
I'm floating through space and time. through space and time. I'm floating 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 through space and time.
Allow your head to gently roll from side to side. Allow your knees to kind of shake a little bit from side to side. Extend your legs. Well, extend your legs, not extend your legs. Bring your feet up underneath your knees if they're not. Press down into the floor and remove whatever you have underneath your back.
I'm
I'm going to ask you to slowly begin to walk your fingertips up your thighs until you can bring your right knee into your right hand and your left knee into your left hand. Without really drawing the knees towards your body, just finding the place where the weight of your hands is acting against the spring of your back. You feel the weight of your hands. Pull on your knees just a little bit down and let go. Feel the knees respond by springing back towards the sky as you pull them down. This spring is in the back. You can allow the back to relax, become longer on the floor, and feel what happens as you allow your knees to spring again. Draw the knees down just a little bit and then release. Allow the back to relax. Perhaps you can begin to feel even a little bit less spring in the knees. You'll never get rid of all the spring, and you don't want to get rid of all the spring. But if you're holding tension in your back, you can feel, especially after we did that little yin pose, you can really feel that maybe that tension in your back, you may be able to feel a way to allow to elongate. Held the back of the pelvis flat, so the spine was in line with the pelvis during that whole time. Maybe you could allow your lower back to relax during that time, but now just feel it lengthen as you're holding your knees gently over your chest. Maybe drawing them a little bit closer, allowing the hands to become a little bit heavy, and then press the knees into the hands until the arms lengthen. Become extended, not too long, and then just gently bring the knees back. So if you can find a place where the palm of your hand fits right over the kneecap, just kind of feel around there, and the thumbs are in line with the fingers, and just bend the elbow. Allow the hand to become heavier to draw the knees towards you, and then press the knees into the hand. And allow the arms to lengthen. And they might not lengthen all the way, that's fine. We're trying to feel the connection between the shoulders. Feel the back. Feel the movement of the shoulders and how that affects the spine, especially down into the lower back. See if you can feel as the arms are extending and the shoulder blades lift up towards the head. You can allow the back to relax a little bit more. It's becoming a little bit longer. Feeling that connection between the shoulder blades and the movement to the lower back. That's a really, really tight connection. Then go ahead and allow the knees to relax. Just let them go. And now what I'm going to ask you to do is extend your left leg and bring your right knee to standing if it's not already. Allow your left arm to be long. So you're going to reach up beside your head with your left arm. I think what I'm going to do is come out and just demonstrate a little bit here. So we have the left leg is long and the left arm is long. So the fingers of the left hand are reaching away from the toes of the left foot. And wherever that is for you, if the elbow is bent, that's fine. If you're more like a goalpost arm, that's fine. Just try to keep the hand more or less above the head. So the elbow can be pretty low. And maybe just try to press the heel of the left foot away as you press the left fingers, even if the elbow is bent. Just try to bring the left fingers a little bit further away from your head to engage the shoulder and see if you can find the length along the left side of the body and then relax it. So try that on an inhale. Inhale. Inhale into the pelvic floor. Inhale into the collarbone. Find the length of the torso. Allow the fingers to come a little bit away from the feet on the left hand. The right foot is just there for stability, trying to keep the pelvis more or less level and stable. And then go ahead and let the left body relax. Find a place where your chin is relaxed, your face is relaxed, the space behind your ears is relaxed. You can bring your right hand onto the space between your right ribs and your right belly. And just begin to lift the right elbow just ever so little. Just organize to lift the right elbow and set it back down. And the relaxation really begins once you feel the elbow hit the ground, and let the whole arm and the shoulder and the ribs on the right side relax. Let your whole body relax. And then on an exhale, well, try it. Try an exhale and an inhale. Try lifting the elbow gently. Right hand is still on the chest. On an inhale, and try it on an exhale. See which is easier for you. See which gives you more space to move the elbow towards the sky. After you've done that maybe 3 times, taking a nice rest in between each time, coming to that full relaxation. The next time we do this, begin to lift the right elbow, allow the gaze and the head to come to the left. Allow the elbow just to lift. My elbow's only lifting an inch or so. And then allow the head and the elbow to come back as one unit. So it's not like we're lifting the elbow and then rolling the head, or rolling the head then lifting the elbow. Try to make that into one integrated movement. And the eyes are following the head. Just looking in whichever direction the head is going, and set it back down. And now just once, as you lift the right elbow, begin to turn your head towards the right. And the eyes towards the right. And just notice that there's a difference in your ability to lift that right elbow depending on the way you turn your head. And then one more time to the left as you reach the right elbow. Seeing which way your body likes to move, which way feels the easiest and the smoothest, the most enjoyable. Go ahead and relax. Just relax yourself down for a moment. You can extend the right leg for a moment if that feels good, or you can just keep it standing if that feels good. Bring this movement in a little different place. Last night we actually worked with the jaw a little bit in the Nidra class. You might want to check that out, but why don't we do that anyway? Okay, why don't we move, as we lift the right elbow, move the jaw to the left. Just the jaw softly. Allow the jaw to soften down towards the spine. And just move it an inch or two to the left as the right elbow lifts. And back down. This is the kind of connection you might really enjoy. The shoulder, there's a really significant connection between shoulder impingement and TMJ. Slowly back down. Those connections are really, really tight connections. So go ahead and let that go. It's just something to check in with your body. You can allow the jaw to lead the head, or you can turn the head in the opposite direction of the jaw and lift the arm. But now let's take this a little bit more. Let's allow, as we begin to lift the right elbow, begin to press into the right foot. Allow the jaw and the head and the eyes to roll to the left. Allow the weight to come into the left side of your ribs, the left side of your belly on the back side, the left side of the back of the pelvis, and then slowly back down. Just begin. You can start to feel into that left underarm too as you're rolling into it. See if you can press a little bit more into the foot and bring the weight into the left underarm area and the ribs at the back of the underarm, and slowly back down. And then you can go ahead and bring this toe pause. And now interlace your fingers across your chest more or less like this. We're only going to be here for a second. Continue keeping the left leg extended. And now what we're going to do on the exhale is we're going to exhale and begin to lift the right elbow, turn the head to the left. But now as the right elbow lifts, we're going to start to push the elbow to the left and follow the palms of the hands all the way over onto the left side. Allow your neck to be easy. You can put something under your head if it doesn't feel good to have your neck like this. And the right knee is still towards the ceiling. And then draw the hands back. So we're really thinking about rolling onto the body, onto the left body, back down. And go ahead and do that again. So we're reaching the palms straight out, pressing with the right elbow. And as easy with as little effort as we can, rolling onto the side. And one more time. Sure you're relaxing into the floor. Letting your body soften into the floor all the way as we roll back. As slow as it takes to feel the contact. And once you're back down, just extend the right leg and go ahead and just take a few moments, maybe noticing the differences in your body between earlier and now, between left and right. How does it feel to be me in this moment? Now we're going to do that same thing on the left side. So we're going to bring, or the other side, we're going to bring the left foot up under the left knee. Okay, we're going to keep the right leg long. We're going to bring the right arm up overhead somehow, wherever that's comfortable. We don't want to feel any pain or distress or dis-ease. Keep the left hand on the lower ribs on the left side and just start to lift the left elbow just a little bit. Notice the weight's subtly going into the right shoulder blade. See if you can feel that. That's one of the reasons I have your hand up there. Just slowly on the exhale. Allow the elbow to lift and back down. Allow it to relax all the way down. Don't go halfway relax and then lift it again. It's not what we're looking for. We're looking for total relaxation and moving from total relaxation. One more time. You can move your hand to slightly different places to vary this movement. You can think about drawing the elbow away from the shoulder. You can think about compressing the elbow into the shoulder as you lift. There are many, many different ways to do this. Our brain really wants to learn them all at once. It has a curiosity, so it knows which pathway to use, no matter what the circumstance. So now, as we begin to lift the left elbow, allow the head and the eyes to drift a little bit to the left. Just slowly, one unit, lifting the left elbow. Allowing the neck to rotate, the head to rotate, the eyes to follow the head. And then go ahead and take a break from that for just a minute. Kind of know where we're going next, right? We're going to go with the jaw. Just allow the jaw to move a little bit to the right as the left elbow is lifting. You can feel that lengthening in the neck and the left side as the jaw moves to the right. It's helping to make space to lift the elbow. Body to relax in between each movement and allow the movement to be focused on as little movement as you can do. Just a little bit of effort as you can do. And now begin to bring the left foot into it. Allow your head, your jaw, your eyes to roll to the left as the left foot begins to come to the ground just a little bit. Just allowing the weight to gently shift to the left side of the pelvis, the left side of the mid-back. Maybe you can start to feel that weight as you press more and more into the left foot. You can feel more and more go up into the upper right ribs towards the underarm. This is a place in the modern world where we really hold a lot of tension in our body is up in the back and the underarms. A lot of that's just because we sit a lot. Once again, the shoulders droop forward. Those parts of the body go to sleep. And now go ahead and interlace the fingers on your breast. Allow the elbows to relax down. And this time as we begin to lift the left elbow, allow the head and the jaw to move to the left, the eyes, left, or the right, the left foot's engaging. And we're going to press the left elbow towards the left hand to straighten out the arms. Slowly draw us smoothly like a rolling pin onto the right side of our body. And then slowly unroll like a rolling pin so you can feel every square centimeter of your body rolling. A couple more times. ceiling. It provides a little bit of openness in the front of the left pelvis. As we roll to the shoulder relaxing all the way in between the movements, letting everything go. The more you practice this, the quicker you can learn how to relax. Doesn't really take that long. And then let yourself extend long once again. Bring your arms to the floor. You roll your palms towards the ceiling. And then roll your palms towards the floor. Press your fingertips gently into the floor. Maybe squeeze the thumb towards the fingertips. And let go of that action. Roll to the back of your hands. Press the back of your fingernails into the floor from the thumb to the pinky. And release that and roll back onto the palms. Press the fingertips into the floor and then draw the fingertips towards each other and towards the thumb towards the other fingers. Engaging the front of the palm of the hand, let that go. So you can feel that into the shoulders, roll at the shoulders, palms up. Press the backs of the hands down, the backs of the fingers, all the way to the fingernails, including the thumb. You can feel what's happening in your shoulder, not the shoulder blades, but the shoulder as you rotate and engage the fingers in different ways. These are these really subtle little movements that we can do with our fingers. Moving our fingers is one of the most important things we do. That's how we make tools as humans. That's how we create, is through our fingers, that mind-finger connection. And potentiating and building the awareness of those connections is critically important for somatic practice. Let's find, I was really a little negligent at the beginning, let's find something soft, a soft little pillow. We're going to come back into a stationary yin pose. We're going to bring our feet close to our pelvis. We're going to lift the pelvis, and we're going to now put a soft pillow that's not too big right into the small of the back. It's not like these booby bars that Tara makes, because they really kind of let my back expand into that booby bar, just the shape of it. It's perfect for this type of a practice. Now, what I'm going to have you do here is have you begin to move your feet apart and allow the knees to come together. Let the back, let your breath, so that you're breathing into that pillow in the small of the back. This is going to build awareness in this area. Allow your feet to soften, allow your knees to be comfortable together. If you move the feet too far apart, they may not be comfortable, the knees where they are. You can put a block between the knees, a bolster between the knees, or move the feet closer together. If you're feeling distress in the hips, move the feet closer together. What this is designed to do is provide a support for the lower back so that we can breathe into it, and that allows the pelvis to float easier on the floor, and it actually allows the pelvic calves to open up so some space can form between the sacrum and the pelvis, that sacroiliac joint. You can allow it to relax. You can allow that space to open. See if you can breathe into that space of the lower abdomen for 5 minutes. This will be a yin pose. If you need to move, move. And it may even be worth your while here, as you're lying here, to begin to bring awareness to your fingertips. Face relaxed, jaw relaxed. Maybe just squeeze the thumb into the index finger for a few seconds. Several times. Maybe feel the connection. See if you can feel the muscular connections come towards the chest. And then towards the middle finger, right, ring finger and pinky finger. And then you can do other combinations. You can move the index finger towards the pinky finger, the index finger towards the ring finger, and the middle finger. There's different. Just see if you can notice those sensations. In yoga, they call these mudras. Mudras evoke certain emotional responses and stuff. And you actually start to feel your body. You can feel that. You can feel the fingertips are incredibly finger movement. Our brain is very sensitive to that. So I have about 4 more minutes. We're going to play a little something here.
Time is rolling. Time is rolling. Time is rolling by. Time is rolling. Time is rolling. Time is rolling by. Time is rolling. Time is rolling. Time is rolling by. Time is rolling. Time is rolling. Time is rolling by. Time is rolling. Time is rolling. Time is rolling by. Time is rolling. Time is rolling. Time is rolling by. Time is rolling. Time is rolling. Time is rolling by.
knees up to standing. Pressing the feet slowly into the earth and removing whatever it is. Check in with ourselves once again. Notice how we're lying on the floor. And let's slowly roll onto our left side. So that we're lying on the left side, maybe you bend your knees first. Reach your left arm out, reach your right arm across, and just roll onto a comfortable place. Maybe bring a support under your head, if that feels right for you. And find a comfortable place for your right arm to lie on the right side of your body. So really feel your left body lying on the surface you're lying on, softening, softening, softening. And the right arm is just floating on the right side of your body. You're not putting any work into this. And to check this, just begin to gently, softly, and slightly move your shoulder backwards in space. Is normal. And maybe once again, just slowly moving the right shoulder backwards just a little bit in space, and then back to neutral. Try this on an inhale now. Inhale. Allow the right shoulder to move backwards in space, and on the exhale, bring it back to neutral. Just noticing if the inhale helped that movement or not. And now let's test the other direction. Slowly begin to move the shoulder slightly forward toward the belly side of your body, and then back to that neutral position. Do that several times with your breath. A little bit forward, just a little bit, till you start to feel some resistance, and then slowly on an inhale, allow it to come back to neutral. After you've done each of those several times, go back and forth, just slow and easy, not with any certain breath. In fact, trying not to time it with your breath. Maybe move your shoulder forward and back 2 or 3 times each breath. Just slowly with full awareness, and then bring that to stillness. And now begin to gently bring your shoulder up towards your ear. Just slowly, just a little bit, lifting the whole shoulder assembly towards the ear. Maybe the head lifts a little bit towards it, but that doesn't have to happen. And then slowly back to neutral. Do that several times, testing whether an inhale or an exhale supports the movement, this gentle, soft movement. Finding that balance, neither forward nor back. Easy peasy here. Gentle, soft, and lazy. And then from the neutral position with that shoulder, begin to reach the fingers down towards the heels of the feet. Just slow and easy. Maybe even the whole side of the body lifts a little bit, but don't worry about that. Just slowly down. Right shoulder towards the feet. Fingers towards the feet. And then back to neutral. Really focusing on the movement of the shoulder, both the shoulder blade and the shoulder joint itself. Done that several times. You can bring it up towards your ear and down. Let's do that several times. Once again, not matching it with the breath, but just allowing maybe 2 or 3 movements of the shoulder per breath. Or the opposite way. Breathe 3 or 4 times, 2 or 3 times for every time you move the shoulder. Either way. Just keeping your awareness on it, not synchronizing the movement. It's too easy to synchronize. And now bring that to stillness. And now bring that shoulder up towards the ear and then forward and then down and then backwards and then up towards the ear. So we're making gentle circles with the shoulder. I believe I have you on your left side with your right shoulder up, but whatever shoulder's up towards the sky. Slow and easy. Once again, let's not try to time this with the breath or synchronize it with the breath. And when you've done it several times in that one direction, change directions. Go backwards. When the shoulder's up towards the ear, move it backwards and then down and then forward. Slow and easy. And then go ahead and roll back onto your back. Give yourself just a moment to relax here. Before you roll onto your other side. So extend your right arm out. Bring your knees to standing. Bring your left arm across your body and roll onto your right side. Find that beautiful balance point. The right side's becoming heavier and heavier. And then begin to test that balance by moving the left shoulder back just a little bit. Slow and easy, no destination. When it requires effort, you've gone too far. Soft and easy. Test it with your breath. Inhales and exhales. Go ahead and allow it to rest for a moment before you start allowing that same shoulder to begin to move forward, that same left shoulder to move forward just a little bit. On that balance. Then you can allow the shoulder to move backwards and forwards several times without synchronizing with the breath. And then bring it to stillness. Begin to bring the left shoulder up towards the ear. You can even lift your head and bring the ear a little bit towards the shoulder, but that doesn't feel right then. Just several times, feeling the fluid movement of your shoulder. And then allow the shoulder from rest to begin to move down towards the pelvis. Maybe reaching the fingertips towards the heel. Allow that movement to go both ways, up and down. Now when it's right for you, you can begin to turn that into circles in one direction and then the other direction.